Hey YouTube, it's Ashley back again for another thrift haul. And today's haul is a little different. You can see some stuff piled up behind me that actually came from an estate sale, which the person that passed away must have been a huge crafter. They did a lot of like needlecraft and sewing. There were sewing notions, there was a sewing machine. I had a hard time narrowing it down to the amount of stuff that I did purchase. But I do also have a savers haul and a couple random items that were supposed to be thrown in with another haul the last time I filmed, but I forgot, so I'm going to add these onto this haul if this doesn't become too long. So I'll cut the intro here and just start showing you the items from Savers. So as usual, I bought some books. I did the buy four, get one free, and then I think the one of these counted as a magazine. I don't think it was the one that I got for free. So I picked up this Better Homes and Gardens Your Kitchen, and I thought this was neat because it goes into every aspect of the kitchen, like cabinets, countertops, flooring, appliances, what your choices are, what the benefits of each are, the look and style of different kitchens. Like it shows like a modern, a country, some other sort of styles that I can't think of right now, but it's just a really neat book to look through for ideas because, oh, there are some different setups too. Because eventually we're gonna update and upgrade some things in our kitchen, and my boyfriend likes to kind of see ideas before he makes a decision, so this would be nice for us to look through together. I picked up two cookbooks. One of them is called Vegetables Every Day, and this is a really nice cookbook. I also picked up Hungry Girl Recipes and Survival Strategies for Guilt-Free Eating in the Real World. I am trying to eat better and maybe work towards becoming a vegetarian again, because I certainly was a lot thinner when I was a vegetarian. However, I was not very healthy, so if I do fully go vegetarian again, I'm definitely going to do it in a much healthier way than I was doing before, and make sure, sorry, I could see a piece of hair sticking up, so I make sure that I do get the vitamins and nutrients that my body actually needs. I also picked out this paperback, All Unquiet Things, and they just looked like something right up my alley, something I would want to read. However, I don't think I've ever heard of this author or that title. And then the other one I picked up, I'm so excited about this because it's on my Amazon book wish list, so I can take that off. I didn't purchase it because it was full price on Amazon, and I can't justify spending like $12 to $15 on a book. It's not my style. But I did find this book, Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me and Other Concerns, from Mindy Kaling. So I'm excited to read that. And then the last book that I purchased, I kind of laugh at myself about this because it's in another language that I do not understand. I don't know if it's Spanish or what it is, but I picked it up anyway because I really liked the patterns in this book. There's a lot of ones, a lot of them have like teapots and teacups, and this one's like kitchen utensils. There's a lot of really neat ideas in here. And considering that it's a cross-stitch book, there's not really too many instructions that you have to read and understand. It's more the actual pattern, like the little, this. So the little stitch guides. And I mean, these say the numbers in DMC and Anchor and the other thread companies, so like I said, there's not really much for me to try to understand in these books, so I picked it up anyway. And like I said, I think that counted as a magazine. I don't think it counted as one of the books. And then the other items I picked up at Savers, I found this cute little double bracelet set that has an anchor, and then the other charm, I don't know if you will be able to actually see this, but the other charm says Ashley, and I thought, how perfect that I found a necklace with my name not a necklace, a bracelet that's my name, a little nautical one. This would also be really cute for a hair tie, but I'm going on my very first cruise next month, so I'm like, hey, I can wear it on the cruise. and it was only $1.99. I picked up some clothes, and I first picked up this like 3/4 sleeve white shirt. It's really long and it's got little slits up the sides. So this would be really good to wear with like skinny jeans or leggings or my little somewhere between leggings and regular pants that I've been wearing a lot. This one was $3.99, so pretty good deal. I also picked up this top, which I know it's kind of a little mature for me, but I like this kind of beading on a top. And I just thought this was really cute. It's brand new, nice, soft, stretchy cotton from a company called MIK. I feel like I've seen it before, but I don't know where. It was marked $5.99, but this color tag, the purple tags, were half off that day, so I only paid $3 for it, which is pretty awesome. I picked up 2 sweaters, the first of which I spent more than I wanted to on it, but I kind of justified that I got the $3 off on the other shirt, so it was okay to spend a little bit more on this one. This one is a cardigan, a nice ribbed cardigan, and I love these colors. I'm not sure how good it's coming up on camera, but it's very earthy, like a, not quite an olive, a little more green than an olive green, and then a brown and a tan. And it's got a nice, like, wrap over collar. And this one was $6.99 from Dress Barn. I looked this over and I didn't see any snags or any pilling or anything like that, so it was kind of worth the $6.99. This sweater, however, it's a little much for probably a lot of people's taste, but I love mustard. This is actually a little more on the yellowy orange side than mustard typically is. And it's definitely 80s. I would never wear it buttoned all the way up like that. That would just be silly, but I would probably wear this open, just as like a big, slouchy, comfy cardigan. I kind of liked the little pocket. And let's see. This is original Venezia sportswear. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but like I said, definitely like 80s. And it was only $3.99, so felt like I needed to pick this up. I am most likely going to be taking these little guys, the shoulder pads, out of it. I'll see what it looks like with the shoulder pads in it, but it's very, very infrequently that I leave those in. And then I got 2 bottoms. The first pair is this really cute pair of pants from Old Navy that has like a, almost like an embossed design on it, which I thought was really cool. And they're like a, somewhere in between a fuchsia and a purple. And they were only $3.99. So I couldn't leave them behind. I should be getting a new job soon. And if I do, it's probably going to be in an office. So I'm probably going to start grabbing a couple pairs of pants for that type of setting for myself in my current size. At least until I get back down to where I was, which I'm working towards. I'm trying to exercise every day and just get healthy again. And then the other pair of pants that I bought are these, they're like a jegging because they are definitely thicker than a regular legging and they feel like stretch denim, but they're shaped like a legging, like they just have a regular stretchy waistband. They do have real back pockets on them, and they're just plain black. So I just thought these would be really comfortable. These would be cute with that white colored top, the long top, and they were only $2.99. So again, I couldn't leave them behind. I've been trying to pick up a couple pairs of just regular pants. Like I found 2 pairs of jeans really inexpensively at Burlington. They were $4 a pair. I bought those and those pants. I bought a couple pairs of leggings. I'm just trying not to buy too much stuff in the size I am now because then I feel like I'm like settling into this size, which I don't want to do. So I don't want to make this a big rant about weight loss and weight gain and all that, but that's the reason for some of these purchases. That was, oh, there is one more item from Savers, which I'm actually going to return. You guys have probably seen the other one of these in one of my hauls. I have so much Tupperware, and this was tucked in the very back of my Tupperware cabinet, so I didn't realize that I already had this one. I had this one and the circular version of the cake holder, cover, whatever you want to call it, in my cart, and I put the circle one back and got this one, and realized that I should have done the opposite because I already had this guy. So I will be returning / maybe exchanging if they still have the circle one back left. And if you hear any weird noises, my cats are kind of going crazy out in the kitchen. So next I will get into the estate sale finds. And I'm not going to go through each individual thing, or if I do, it's going to be very briefly because there's so much stuff. Basically, I spent $25 there. I think I have all the stuff together that I bought. I don't think I have anything in another spot. But I'll start with the yarn because I got a lot of that. I got 2 skeins of this Plymouth Yarn Encore color spun knitting worsted weight. It's 75% acrylic, 25% wool. I just really liked the colors of it. These have just been the colors that I've gravitated towards recently. Then I got this Barocco foliage yarn, and I don't think I've ever heard of this brand, but it's 53% wool and 47% acrylic. So it's a little scratchy, but it would be nice for like a scarf or something wintry. And I picked up 8 skeins of this. They do all still have their original price tag for $7 on them. There's all 8 skeins, or I think these are just considered balls because of the way that they're wrapped. And then the other yarn that I purchased is all in this bag. I got, this is from the same brand as the first yarn I showed you, the Plymouth yarn. Same blend and everything, just a dark, almost forest green, but more on the olive side. This little ball, which I don't know exactly what this is, but I just liked the colors. I picked up a lot in like this color family. This just says 4-ply yarn. There's no brand or anything on it, but I am guessing this is a very old yarn. These two are the same color. There's no packaging on these, but they're very similar, if not the same, to that other skein, the mustard color. So is this one. This one is Coronation brand, hand knitting yarn, and this is in the color Rust. This one is a very similar color to the first one, but this one is a red heart in Empire Gold. This is just a tiny little mini skein. I did pick up 2 skeins of this, what color is this? Warm brown color. It's just really neutral. I figured there are a lot of projects I could do with that. 2 more like bigger things, and then 1 tiny little ball of that mustard color. That's probably the same brand. I have 2 skeins of like a cream color. This one is lighter, thinner. It's more of like a, I think they call it fingering yarn. It's like what you would make socks out of, and it is actually pretty soft. And then this one is thinner than like those other yarns. The worsted weight, it's thinner than that, but a little thicker than the thin yarn. I only found 1 skein of this black. This is 76.5% mohair, 17.5% wool, and 6% nylon. It is called Classic Elite Legrand Mohair. And I really love the feel of mohair. This is different than the other shades that I got. This is like a 70s orange color. I got this tiny little, ow, sorry, my cat just jumped on the couch with her claws in my leg. This one is just 100% cotton yarn. It is marked $7.50 on it, if you can see that. This is actually really great. I forgot I bought this, And I have been knitting some projects that are supposed to be done in cotton yarn. I just finished a bikini top and I'm working on the bottoms. So at some point maybe I'll show you guys those. This I was so sad there was only this one little ball of, because this is beautiful. It's like a dusty baby pink with silver metallic all through it, and it's just an eyelash yarn. Don't even know what I'm going to do with that. And then this was also just the one ball. I think she had unraveled it and re-spooled it. And this is like a... What is the shade of green? Not army green. I think I've even said it in this video and now I can't remember. But anyway, it's like a real earthy green with like cream throughout it. Not sure how good you're going to be able to see the colors. I played around a lot with the lighting in here to even get this much light because it's a very dreary day. So that was all the yarn that I bought at the estate sale. I then found, well, I can't even take credit for finding it. Technically my boyfriend found this. This right here, and by the sound you can probably imagine what is inside. Lots and lots of knitting needles. There are some nice ones in here, like some double-ended knitting needles still in their original packaging, a set of bamboo knitting needles. There are a couple sets of circular knitting needles. Here is a really long crochet hook still in its original package. But yeah, there is quite an assortment. I have not even finished going through these. That's how many are in there. This is a nice pair of plastic ones. And the weird thing is, so I collect Hero knitting needles because they were made in my hometown. And these knitting needles, it looks like maybe Hero got bought by another company or it was a subsidiary of some sort. It's called Scoville. So a couple of them are labeled that, but then also say Hero, but they're not made in Massachusetts. They're made in South Carolina. So I thought that was interesting. So I bought this big thing of knitting needles, and then the other thing that I bought at that estate sale was a bunch of craft pattern books. So I'll go through those very quickly. This one I bought because of the picture on the cover, those little boot warmer, I don't know what you want to call them. They're like where the top of your sock would be, just like little leg warmers for boots. But there are lots of other patterns in that book. This one is called Creature Comforts, and they're all little animal patterns, so like slippers, and are there scarves in here? There are socks. Yeah, it's mostly just socks and slippers. This one is called Gloves and Mittens to Knit and Crochet for the Entire Family. And I just thought there were some cute patterns in there. I haven't yet attempted gloves or mittens. This one I thought was just too cute to leave behind. It's all pot holders. And when I went back through all of my knit and crochet books, I do have several kitchen-related ones, whether it be pot holders or dish towels or whatever. So it'll be neat to see if those are all new. This is Crocheted Pillows. This is a magazine called Spinnerin, Spinnerin, and it's just all patterns in here. And you can tell, you know, the age of this just by looking. I don't know that there is a date in it anywhere immediately noticeable. Oh, 1966. I was gonna say 60s. It looks pretty 60s. This one is macrame lampshades. I don't know that my boyfriend would actually let me put any of these in the house where people would see them, but I could always put one in my closet room. This is Krista by Bernat. There's just some, I think it's all sweater patterns in this one. Yeah, there's some really nice cardigan patterns in here. This one is Knitting and Crocheted Designs. This is another magazine style book. And this one is 1964. There are some beautiful, beautiful patterns in this book. I can't even imagine the work that goes into some of these, but these are more like what I would attempt. Because maybe I would be able to finish them before I abandon it. Then I got Needle and Craft. This is another magazine. This one is a little newer. I would guess late 70s, early 80s? 1978. See, I'm getting good at this. And this one just has all different kinds of patterns in it. Again, more sweaters. Best Sweaters magazine. This one... this one I don't immediately see... oh, 1974, a date in. Yeah, her hair looks pretty 70s. This one is called Odds and Ends. I thought this was hilarious. And these are golf club covers. What I really liked in here was these little turtle coasters that you would put under like something hot. But I just thought those were really adorable. I did pick up, this one looks a little newer. It is by Fruit of the Loom, Denim and Shade. It's just a 2-part thing. This one is Knit and Crochet Afghans by Brunswick, which I believe is a yarn maker. And that date is in Roman numerals, so I wouldn't be able to quickly tell you when this is from, but same sort of era, like late 60s, early 70s. This one is Afghans by Columbia Minerva. And this one just had some really beautiful, intricate Afghans in it. And then this last one is completely unrelated. This is Travel Issue of Ideals. I guess Ideals maybe is the... Yep, Ideals Publishing Company. So this is the travel edition. And it's all poetry. And there were some really neat images in here, and some of the poems looked pretty cool, so I grabbed that as well, just kind of bulked it in with everything else. So I thought I got a pretty good deal. All of that stuff, all the yarn, all the knitting needles, and all the booklets for $25. I didn't even want to haggle with the lady at that point because I was like, I'm not going to say, well, how about 20? It was completely worth the 25. And then the last couple things I'll just throw in here at the end because it won't take long. I picked up the last time I was at the flea market, which was months ago at this point, and I had them out on my counter forever, like looking to add them into a haul, and then I forgot to, and they just need to be off the counter. So I got H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. This was either 50 cents or $1. These... I think I might have gotten all 3 of these things from the same seller. If not, one of them came from someone else. I got this sweater clip, which I've actually used already. Just this really pretty rhinestone sweater clip, which all the stones are still in. I got this really cute little owl ivory style pendant. And he's even got the little feet, which is adorable to me. And then I got this necklace, which is a pansy. I love the color of this. Haven't worn it yet. And then last 2 items that I picked up were from a different seller, and I think I paid like $1 or $2 for these. Just a measuring tape for sewing, and then some little notions in here. But that was it. That's everything. It's kind of a long video, so I apologize. Hopefully you made it all the way to the end. I have been thrifting and buying things like this a little less often. I don't know if it'll pick back up again or not. Probably not, because I don't need to be bringing more and more stuff into the house. But I hope you enjoyed this video regardless. And have a great day. Bye, guys.